So many men right now are having a difficult time locking in and truly rising to a new level of masculinity and winning in life. And I think now more than ever, there's a lot of distractions that are happening. Social media can get you into a point to where you're scrolling your phone all day. You're worried about what they're having. You're trying to keep up with the Joneses. And it is hard to extremely lock in nowadays. I will admit that. But I think being a man that is truly driven, you have to focus and you have to put your purpose first. And today's video is the number one reason why men can't lock in. So you might be thinking it's because social media. You might be thinking it's just because you have a short attention span, but that's not truly the case. And I'm going to tell you from my experience and what I've witnessed, the number one reason is women. And that's right, my brother. You can't lock in, and the majority of people cannot truly get to the point that they want to is because women are distracting you, or you're worried about lust and watching the hub. So this is big on why I talk about semen retention. Semen retention is one of the most powerful tools that we have. And I think the purpose of it is just to get you to discipline yourself so that you can focus on the task at hand. Pause. But I think it's truly important for you to understand that when you're thinking about rising to that new next level, these women, for the majority of us, are purely distractions. Too many of these guys that I talk to, they're trying to go out on dates. They're truly worried about having a family. All they could think about is having sex, and they're worried about, man, this girl ghosted me. This girl doesn't want to respond to me. I got her number and she didn't ever respond to me, and they got caught up in their head. And that gives you a low self-esteem. It ruins your confidence, and then you don't feel good. Then you don't feel like taking action. Then you want to watch the hub. So it's just a continual cycle of doing all these negative things, and it all stems from the woman. And I think, especially being a man of God, it's important for us to know that throughout the Bible, Adam and Eve, that story is, obviously one of the most popular stories, but Satan will always try to give the temptation through a woman. And I think that's where a lot of us fail as men. I've seen it happen over and over and over and over again. What inspired me to make this video is I just left talking to one of my homies, and this dude, he's truly lustful. All he ever talks about is women 90% of the time. And he has so much potential. He can truly rise to a new level because he already has a business, but his business isn't truly elevating because he's too worried about women. He constantly is trying to go on dates. He's on dating apps. He's on Hinge. He's taking women out. He's spending money, and then he's trying to get it in. So, he's just always talking about, man, I want to have sex. I want to have sex. And that vibration will keep you at a point to where you're truly not going to receive God's blessing, obviously, because you're not doing the righteous thing. Now, I know a lot of us will fall victim to this. I know a lot of us are imperfect. A lot of us are truly battling our own flesh. And that's why I tell you, if you never had the experience of being on a semen retention journey, just purely for the fact that you can truly discipline yourself, I think it's important for you to try it. And if you can't really get on that journey, you might be one of the men that I'm talking about where you can't lock in. And I know you're probably watching this video and you're probably battling that, bro. You can't truly focus. You can't truly get to that new level because these devils are coming in, and a lot of us are experiencing the devils through the form of women. I've had my own battles with women, bro, and I'm speaking from firsthand experience because love can blind you. Love can keep you to a point to where sometimes, and this is the dark side of love, and a lot of us as men don't think this, but these women can be putting love spells on you, bro. They can be doing forms of witchcraft, and you're not even wondering why. You're thinking about her all the time, bro. And then you break up with her. You can't stop thinking of her. You got the soul tie with her. You're just thinking about her all the time. Then you don't feel good. Then you just want to just be down and depressed. Then you're in your mind. You're tormented. And that's because she took your soul, my brother. And that's why I think if you're a man, it's extremely important for you to be cautious and be aware of the women that come into your lifestyle. I've made the mistake, and I admit I do it sometimes too. Although I've gotten better, this is why I can speak about this topic, is because I've gotten better on how to truly use God's discernment to when I need to know to separate from this girl that's coming into my life. Because there's a lot of women that will come in and out, especially when you're on a semen retention journey, because you have your seed and you have God's energy. You're pure. And a lot of these women are impure. A lot of these women are demonic. A lot of these women are evil. A lot of these women are low vibrational. A lot of these women just want to suck your energy. And so when you're aware of this, it's more difficult for you to navigate throughout this world, because you start to see the truth that you can't lock in for most people because of women, and you truly have a biological urge to be with women. So that's the battle for most of us in this world. Like we all know, because I speak about this often, we live in an over-sexualized society. So how do you as a man get to a point to where you can overcome your lust and you can rise to that new level, especially even if it's just masculinity, because we have a lot of feminine men. A lot of men aren't masculine because they're putting this woman on a pedestal because they need, it's not even I want, it's a need. I need to have sex. I need to bust 4 or 5 nuts in one day, pause. And that's where a lot of us are, bro. And it's kind of pathetic that you can't truly lock in and tap in with trying to at least go after your purpose, go after your goals, do what you're brought onto this life. That should always come first. But we don't do that as men. And it's getting disappointed when I'm talking to men all the time. I see men out and about, and then they're always, where the hoes at? You know, where the hoes at, bro? We can't talk about anything other than where the women at, bro. That's our conversation for 90% of the time. It's always about women, 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 women. And then we wonder why so many men are simps. Then we wonder why these women are truly making, 45K a month on OnlyFans because you're subscribing to her OF. And it's this world, man, it just makes me angry at times, because I know we have so much more potential as men. I know that we can truly lock in and get to a new level just as a brother, man. I want to see my brothers win. I don't want to see my brothers lose. I'm not no hater. I'm not jealous. I'm not envious. So I want us all to win. But a lot of us can't win because of women. It's just facts, bro. You might sleep with that girl, then you have a baby. You make that wrong decision. Now she has your heart because she has your child, and you're making the wrong decision. Now she has you for 18 years at least, and then you're not even able to see your children. A lot of us go in these court cases, and then you get caught up in the system, and the system has you, and they're taking out child support. You might have to pay alimony, and it's all because you didn't know how to truly vet that woman. You got to look for the warning signs. And that's why I think it's important for you to tap in with these videos and tap in with what I'm speaking about and understand the knowledge that I'm trying to give to you. Because if I can make you at least rise in knowledge and consciousness so that you be conscious with the decisions that you're making with women, you will avoid a lot of the mistakes, and you can truly maybe even break generational curses. You can reach millions of dollars, bro. There's so many things that we can truly do that we haven't truly tapped in because we're staying in a point to where we just want to think about women. There's a reason why a lot of the people that have become elite in their field, whatever their endeavor is, they have abstained from sex. Floyd Mayweather talked about it. A lot of basketball players know about it. Kevin Gates was talking about it. The elites talk about it, bro. They said Tesla was on that, Albert Einstein. So these people that were doing Greek philosophies, they were saying that they were on retention. And a lot of us overlook semen retention. A lot of us overlook our sexual energy because you just can't discipline yourself. You have to put sacrifices in place if you want to win. What do you truly want to sacrifice to get to that point to win? If you can't sacrifice the fact that you need to approach this girl because you're living so much on your low vibrational energy, that is going to put you in a point to where you're not going to truly build your value up. A lot of us don't understand that when you're putting these women and you're chasing them, you're naturally going to repel them. Women understand this. Men don't understand this. The more you want something, the less you'll inherently get it. You have to be cool and content without having it in your lifestyle and putting yourself first. especially as a man. You must come first. Your purpose must come first. You must be driven. You must have this ambition. Ambition, drive, success, wealth, abundance, prosperity, and continually gaining knowledge should be at the forefront of our lifestyle. A lot of men don't have any knowledge. A lot of men, if I told them, hey, let's start a YouTube channel, what you got to offer? They have nothing to offer, bro. They can't even speak and communicate effectively, but yet they're worried about where the hoes at. They're worried about, oh man, I want to bust this nut. And that's what I'm saying. We need to do better as men, bro. That's why I'm doing my part. I'm speaking about every version of topics that I can to improve your lifestyle so that you can become a better man, so you can avoid these traps, that you can avoid these pitfalls. And women are at the top of the list, bro. I see it all the time. I see men that are hurt. I see men that are depressed. I see men that are broke. You know how many men are broke because they're either taking women out on dates or they're paying child support and they don't have the true capability to even raise their awareness and understand how to make money because their spirit is broken from this woman. She broke your heart and you're staying broken for the next 25 years because you don't want to truly forgive her and move past that point to where she broke your heart and heal from that so that you can truly go into the purpose that God gave you. We need to wake up. You need to wake up, my brother. These women, for the majority of us, are destroying your lifestyle, bro. And women, if you're watching this video, the facts are the facts. I'm only here to speak facts and talk about what God is giving me inside my heart. And God wants me to speak about how us as men need to truly watch the women that come into our lifestyle. All we're worried about is busting one out, pause. And that's the problem, bro. You got to overcome that. You got to truly tap in with eating better, working out, reading books. Read a book, bro. If you're reading and gaining knowledge, you won't truly be worried about women 24/7. If you're trying to go around brothers that will help you out, that will drive you to a point to where you know you could do better because they're holding you accountable, that's powerful. And that's why I think we need to truly understand this concept. Brotherhood and unity as men is important. So many men think that they can do it alone. You can't. For the majority of men, there's a select few minority of men that have that drive in them. They can go out and go to war. They're about that life. They're about the war. They can truly motivate themselves. They don't need anybody. But from my experience, it's rare, bro. I'm gonna speak like this. I'm the only man in my life that can be like that I know. And it's probably like, bro, really the only guy that I know that's like that, so self-driven that I can sacrifice being around women. I can sacrifice pretty much everything because I'm so obsessed with greatness. I'm so obsessed with getting that to that next level. I want to win by any means necessary. And that's where a lot of us will be called crazy because you're going to be outside the norm. The moment you speak about not chasing and being thirsty over women, bro, you're looked at as different. That guy's kind of weird. He's lame because he don't want to chase women all the time. That's where we're at. And that's how you know this world is backwards. Because if you're saying, man, I want to truly get 100K a month and I do anything that I have to get to that point, bro, that means if I have to sleep 3 hours, that means if I have to edit these videos, that means if I have to learn how to start an LLC, that means if I have to learn how to tap into my spirit and meditate and pray and read these Bible verses and put this over women, then I have to do it. But for majority of people, if I say that, they're like, man, what are you talking about, bro? Let's just go to the club, bro. Let's go to the bar. Let's go chase. Where the hoes at, bro? Where they at, man? Let's go get after them, dog. I know you want that. Come on, man. You don't want to clap them cheeks from behind? Come on, bro. Why you acting like that, man? Look at this chick on Hinge. Man, you see this big booty? Bro, look at Instagram. Look at her big booty. Don't she have a huge, man, look at that. I would love to clap that. That's where we're at, bro. And it's truly just discouraging sometimes when I look at how men are in the state of masculinity. But I think we can tap back into what God wants us to do. So I know you have the potential. I know you have the capability. You just need to reawaken that drive that has truly given you that masculine power. That masculine power can fuel your fire, but you have to explore it. You have to truly understand that it's in you. Pause. It is there waiting to be unleashed. The moment that you can discipline yourself, let go of these women, let go of busting nuts, hop on streamer intention, and go after your goals. Do it now, my brother. There is no tomorrow. Do it now. Thanks for watching this video. Until next time, peace.